4 officers were killed in a shooting while attempting to serve a warrant at a home in Charlotte, North Carolina, including 1 deputy U.S. Marshal and 2 local task force officers, authorities say.
Of a
A
U.S.
total of
Marshal
8 law
task force
enforcement
were
officers were
killed
shot
and
during the
5
incident.
others
Charlotte
injured while
Mecklenburg.
executing a
Police Chief
fugitive
Johnny
warrant.
Jennings
We are
said at a Monday evening news conference. He described the shooting as the most tragic one he had been involved with in his 32-year-long
U.S.
law
Marshal task
enforcement
force
career.
were killed
The shooting
and
unfolded
5
in the
others
5,000
injured
block of
while
Galway Drive
executing
as
a
members of
fugitive
the
warrant.
U.S. Marshal's Fugitive Task Force were serving a warrant for possession of firearm by a convicted felon, Jennings said. The officers were met with gunfire from a high-powered rifle and returned fire, fatally shooting a suspect in the front yard of the house. Jennings said the task force had been serving the warrant to that suspect. As officers approached, they received additional gunfire from inside the residence, the police chief said. 3 members of the Marshal's task force were killed, Jennings said. In a statement to CNN, the U.S. Marshal's Service confirmed one of the dead was a deputy U.S. Marshal. 2 of the officers killed, Sam Peloche and Alden Elliott, worked for the state's Department of Adult Correction, according to Todd Ishii, the department's secretary. They both were 14-year veterans of the department assigned to the task force. Peloche leaves behind a wife and 2 children. Elliott leaves behind a wife and 1 child. 4. Charlotte Mecklenburg police officers were also shot, including one in critical condition, fighting for his life in the hospital, Jennings said. The other officers are in stable condition, he said. On Monday night, police said one of the wounded officers, Joshua Iyer, had died. Officer Joshua Iyer was one of the CMPD officers shot in the line of duty this afternoon, Jennings said on X. He fought for several hours and passed away from his injuries with his wife and family by his side tonight. Officer Iyer was a 6-year veteran with the CMPD, and I am truly grateful for his bravery, service, and ultimate sacrifice. He will never be forgotten, and we are forever indebted. Iyer is survived by his wife and 3-year-old son, Jennings told reporters at a brief news conference Monday evening. It was just last month I was in this very room, congratulating Officer Iyer for becoming Officer of the Month, Jennings said. He certainly dedicated his life and gave his life to serve our citizens. There are also 2 people of interest being questioned by police, Jennings said. When authorities cleared the residence, a 17-year-old and a woman came out, Jennings said, but could not confirm whether either of the 2 were suspects. We are very early in the investigation, he added. CMPD will lead this investigation. We still have a lot to uncover, a lot of questions that are not answered right now. The chief said he could not recall a worse incident in the Charlotte area. I can't remember an incident where 3 law enforcement officers were killed in the same incident, as well as 1 in critical condition and additional officers that were shot and injured, Jennings said. Authorities cleared the scene Monday afternoon, telling residents they no longer needed to shelter in place in a post on X. Numerous law enforcement officers struck by gunfire in active situation, the department had said earlier on X. North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper is in Charlotte and continues to receive briefings on the situation, his office told CNN, and was expected to speak with the families of the victims and officials later Monday. President Joe Biden spoke with the governor after the shooting, the White House said Monday. Later, Biden issued a statement calling the officers heroes. They are heroes who made the ultimate sacrifice, rushing into harm's way to protect us, the president said. We mourn for them and their loved ones, and we pray for the recoveries of the courageous officers who were wounded. Charlotte Mayor Vi Lyles said in a statement she is deeply saddened by the shooting that occurred that involved Charlotte Mecklenburg police officers and U.S. Marshals today. I ask that all Charlottians keep them, the other injured officers, and their families in your thoughts and prayers during this incredibly difficult time, Lyles said.